Would you pack enough food for a month?
We're going to be here for a couple of days.
Well, I got the generator fueled up and it's running. I see the smoke is curling out of the chimney already.
Queen of Fire is on the job.
I'm Rich and welcome to Trapping Inc.
And I'm Sandy, and yeah, another great weekend. Nice bright blue sky today.
Well, we're here late. We were supposed to come out last night, but we got it. We come out today, so I'm starting late. But I'm going. I gotta go check.
And who is surprised about this?
Well, I just set up the middle part of my snare line for lynx, so I gotta go check that. That's what we're gonna do today. You're gonna be coming along with me. You're gonna see what I see. We're gonna do what I do. Come along and check my line with me. I don't know whether we'll get anything or not, but we're gonna have a lot of fun.
As always.
Trapping is the cornerstone that Canada was built on. Brave and sometimes crazy men and women, fueled by the lucrative fur trade, explored and mapped our great nation. Hundreds of years have passed since then, but trapping still remains vibrant, strong, and steeped in the ancient traditions. The fur bearers still follow the old paths and live as dictated by thousands of years of instinct. Fur only gets prime in the harsh temperatures of winter, and trappers must respect and prepare for the weather. Trapping's past is firmly rooted in history, but today, the gear and techniques have changed. Canada is still known for the best wild fur in the world, and today our pelts are sold on the global market. Our community is large, and our numbers are growing. We are trappers. This is what we do, and where we belong. Join us in our adventures. Welcome to Trapping Inc., the face of today's trapper.
Well, look at this. We had an otter here. And you see the tracks he made and where he was going, and he was coming right around to where my set was. But look at that. It's stick that I had just on the outside of it, just to help, steer them more into the path they had before, had fell over. So he looks at it and he goes out and around. Oh, some days you're the windshield and some days you're the bug. But you know what? He's up there. He's up there right now, so he'll be coming back. I'll get this ready. I'll move it a little bit. He'll come back around the corner, and maybe on the way back we'll have ourselves an otter, hopefully. I've got another one right down there. They always check out that corner there too, you can see, so I thought I would have one sitting there waiting for them as well. So I come up on this pen, and my snare is down, and my stick was down. So I go back in and I'm setting it up, and then I realize, oh, look at that track down there. See that? And then I look over further, and you can see where a lynx came in. He circled around, and I believe he jumped in. He jumped in, and then he went out that way, or he came out through the snare. I'm not sure which, but sometimes my snare gets knocked down by birds. Not very often. That's the one advantage of my lure over meat, is that it doesn't attract birds very often. But sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Well, this was set 2 days ago. I had the good luck to do it just before the snow, and you can see what happened. We end up with ourselves with a kitty in a big hurry. Looks like a smaller one. Hard to tell. I'll have to fish them out of there. This is just a little pocket that I burrowed into the side of this swamp. Once again, we're in a swamp where they like to travel, right? And this is just happened to be one of those places where I can put a pocket in. There's my lure, and you can see my snare pole is right there. Give me a few minutes here. We'll get it set up. Take a look at all this. She's a cool morning. my battery went dead, and I just did a podcast the other day with Matt Wiley. You can find him on YouTube at The Alaska Viking. And we were talking about one of the trials and tribulations of filming in the winter. Doing this, what we do, is keeping those batteries warm. And it was a big joke about when I put a battery down, don't touch it, because you don't know where I kept it warm. TV is so sexy, right? There we go. There's my stick back. Put it right back where it was. Oh yeah. Let's drag this guy out of here. Goodness, he's not frozen either. Everything, like within the last day. If I came out a day earlier, I wouldn't have seen any of this happen. This one's not frozen at all.
Trapping Inc. is brought to you by these fine sponsors. At Old Smokes, we slow roast our coffee over a fire, making it smooth, flavorful, and memorable. You can order our smoked coffee online. Crafted coffee for the courageous. Southland Trailer Corporation makes a trailer for any job. Southland Trailer, behind you all the way. Why trust your hunt to anything less than the best? Carl Zeiss Sport Optics. Confidence in the toughest conditions. High quality hunting and spectacular trophies create memories of a lifetime. Let Guy Swart from Wild Horizon help you plan your dream African safari.
Seems like this year's kitty lure is doing really, really good. And I think it's because I got 20% more bunny in it. If you watch my YouTube on making my lure, you'll see that I pick the cats that have bunnies in their belly to make the lure, because I use their innards. But I use the cats that already have bunnies in there. I don't know whether you could just take a bunny and throw in there and whether do the same thing or not. I like to think not. Just because I think it's kind of cool. But man, it's got a different smell, and it is producing this year. Well, I can see where my wolf snare was hanging, and I can see moose tracks, and I can see where the moose was out and around. Back that way, I'm guessing I snared a moose. But here's my snare. And there you can see exactly what happens. The breakaway opens, and the snare just disappears. Nothing is hurt. So the S hook is completely gone. There's no snare. There's nothing left on the moose, which is good. I got another one right there that he didn't manage to get to, so. Or did he learn the lesson? Let's take a look. I see moose tracks here. Oh, he went around it. It didn't take him long to learn, did it? You can see where he went around here. But here you can see this S hook right where on the tip of my finger here. That S hook is missing off the other snare. And that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to break away so you don't catch a moose. Well, I guess I can be glad that it was just a squirrel that he got. But I see the lynx are doing some shopping out here. Actually broke my stick right off the pole. The trap is there anyway. I got my trap back. That's good. I see the tail of the squirrel sticking up there. I'll have to get this all set back up again, and no big deal. This has been a really good box this year. But it's funny, the lynx are getting pretty brave when it comes to the shopping. And there's just so many of the juveniles, the 2-year-olds, that kind of stuff, and they're just, you know, they're not as good a hunter as the old ones are, and they take whatever they can get. They do a lot of scrounging. Well, I just finished saying I didn't mind them eating a squirrel on me, and then they ate a marten. That's too dang bad. And a nice big marten at that. Wow. That's all lynx. You can see all the lynx tracks here. And I sure hope that he's headed that way, because there's a nice fresh pen not very far away. Just outfitted with a nice collar just for him. Dang. What do you suppose chances are he's got marten in him? The next pen, if he'd have been going the other way, he'd have got to this before he ran into that marten. Okay. There we go. Oh, he's froze nice and solid. Nice cat. Big cat. Wow. Wow. He weighs pretty good weight to him. We had quite a Husker Du here in a few seconds. And it's funny, but I didn't get him in the trail set. Usually it's always the trail set when they're coming this way. They come out from the bunny flats over here and that. And I did not get him in the trail set this time. He came in and actually went after the lure I had here. We got quite a disaster going on here. The best part is these tamarack, these frozen tamarack branches, they're easy to pluck and they're easy to set up.
So I'm expanding my trap line a little bit. There's a box down here, just down the lake, and we haven't set it for a while, but there's always critters around. We know that there's critters around here, so I've got some of Rich's fabulous juice that he made up and a good trap to go in, so we're gonna go and set something up, see what happens. Well, I'm all set up, which I don't usually, or wouldn't recommend usually, let's say, setting a trap before you before you get here. But I wasn't sure I could squeeze a 160, so I thought I better do it back at the cabin so I didn't get out here and have to march all the way back. Anyway, I've got a nice chunk of lynx meat to use as bait, and the box is right here, so we'll get it in there. Get that closed up and get this guy on here. And yeah, I think we should be good. Okay. Okay, we're good. Get a little something here. All right. Well, if I'm lucky enough to get something out of this box, that's going to really impress my husband. We haven't set this box in a really long time. I don't know why, really. I guess just because it's kind of out of the way and whatever, but it's good for my little line. So we'll come back in a day or two and see what's here. Where are you, Gunner? Did you go find something in there? This is what I have dubbed my kitty poop pen up here. Ooh, did you find something there, did you, buddy? Did you find something? Oh, you did so. Oh, you did so. Look at that. Okay, wow. Look at that, Gunner, hey? That is a much bigger cat. Get out of the way, buddy. Here, come here. That is a much bigger cat than the last one I caught in here. Wow. My husband is going to be very surprised. Very surprised at my success just a little ways from the cabin. Hey, buddy. Cool. Okay, Gunner, are you going to let me get in here and get this guy? I don't know what's come over him, but he's been between me and the cat the entire time we've been here. So, and kind of concerned about it, like his tail's down. He's, you know, worried about it. So, anyway, this is and he's heavy too. Hey, really heavy. Look at that. There's nothing like a lynx. Look at his feet. You know, when they are, and the sharp claw just about got me here. But yeah, wow, what an incredible cat. Heavy. I'll have to get Richard to tell me whether it's a male or a female. I don't know the difference, but it's a lot bigger than the one I caught before, so.
Trapping Inc. is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Argo Extreme vehicles conquer any season, any terrain. See all the new models at your nearest dealer. Argo, go anywhere. Range Road Enterprises understands hard work and the value of a buck. Our products work as hard as you do. See our full line of firewood processors, sawmills, and more at your nearest dealer. Midland Radio helps you stay in touch in the wild. Check out the new X-Talkers at your nearest dealer. Communication for every adventure. Take your best to the best. J. Martin Taxidermy. Recreating the memories of your hunt with precision, passion, and pride.
Well, I think my crew's ready to go. They've been anxious to get out and check out what's happening here. So I've got an otter trap set up down the lake out here. There's a fairly new beaver house, and I haven't had time to get a hole in the ice for beaver, but there's always otter around a beaver house. So I've set a trap down there, and we can go check that out, see what happens. Well, here's his tracks up here. It's really wet through here, and you kind of see where his tracks go, but there's a real wet spot where we cross on our way to the cabin all the time. So he's coming in and out of here, but this is kind of cool. He's been back anyway. This is good news. Well, it hasn't been that long, but it wasn't just an hour ago that he was here either. So we'll get up here. The house is just up here. Okay, well, just when you think an animal's going to do what you want it to do, it doesn't. So I've got a trap set on the back side of this beaver house, but he didn't go there this time. But the good news is, if you look down here, you'll see that he has been exploring back in here, and I do have a few more traps set back here in the willows, so we'll move up here and see what we can find. He's been in and out of the willows here. and in the willow here, and look who's here. There he is. Okay, I gotta just shut this off and take my snowshoes off. I'm gonna get all tangled up in the willows otherwise, so give me a second. Oh yeah, that's a beast. Oh, got this stand here too, I better not forget that. Right down here. I might be in some trouble if I forgot that. Okay. All right. Oh, here go my shoes. Okay. He's a lug. I don't know. The trap is a little deceiving, but maybe in the mid-20s, something like that. All right. Well, I only have to go to that corner, so it's not too far. And then I have to make supper.
Look at the belly on that cat that Sandy caught. Isn't that beautiful? Wasn't it amazing how Gunner got between her and the cat, and he kept leaning against her, kept pushing on her? I seen it when I was editing, and she said, no, he just didn't want me to be anywhere near that cat. Pretty cool. What do you think of the format to come along with us for a day on the trap line? I kind of like it, and here's why. It's because I have to pay attention to every little thing. I show a lot more stuff that normally would just hit the cutting room floor. I always did film it, but you know, the things about where the cat would beat me or where it ate a squirrel or that kind of stuff would just hit the floor because I was concentrating on showing all the different catches. This was pretty interesting, I thought. Let us know. You can find us at trappinginc.com. That's our website. Tell us what you think. And maybe we'll see you down the line. Do you have a question? Would you like more interaction? You can connect with us and all our social media sites from our website at trappinginc.com.